Jeremy Corbyn and his anti-Brexit colleague Sir Keir Starmer. Image Getty. His switch, after months of flip-flopping over Labour's EU policy, threatened to open a new rift in party ranks given the overwhelming Leave support among millions of voters in the party's heartlands. An angry Leave campaigners immediately condemned his decision as a betrayal. Mr Corbyn announced his decision to a tense meeting of the Labour Parliamentary Party at Westminster last night. His conversion was welcomed by Labour Remainers but triggered deep misgiving among dozens of MPs representing northern constituencies. A senior Labour figure last night said voters would be given a straight choice between Theresa May's Brexit deal or remaining in the EU in the public vote planned by the party. Labour frontbencher Emily Thornberry signalled that the plan was ultimately aimed at wrecking Brexit altogether. The Shadow Foreign Secretary said, "The referendum planned by Labour would give voters a straight choice between the Prime Minister's deal or cancelling the country's withdrawal from the EU." Betrayal. Labour's 2017 general election manifesto promised to respect the referendum result. Image labour.org.uk. "I think it is in Britain's interest to remain in the EU," she said. She also insisted Labour would campaign for remain in a future vote. "If it's a choice between a disastrous Tory Brexit or remaining in the EU, that's what we will do." Last night Conservative Party Chairman Brandon Lewis said, "With only 32 days to go until we leave the European Union, it is clear that Jeremy Corbyn's Labour wants to betray the will of the British people and ignore the biggest democratic vote in our nation's history." Corbyn's Labour have ripped up the promise to respect the referendum result and are now pursuing a divisive second referendum that would take us back to square one. Once again it's clear Jeremy Corbyn is using Brexit to play his own political games. Instead of working to thwart Brexit at this critical stage, Jeremy Corbyn should put the country's interest before his party's by backing a deal that delivers on the result of the referendum. Brexit supporters were outraged by the announcement last night. Senior Tory MP Jacob Rees-Mogg said, "We had a public vote and only those who lost want to rerun it. Leave means leave." Image Getty. Labour MPs representing Leave voting seats raised objections to the move. During the meeting, MP John Mann told Mr Corbyn, "This decision will stop you being Prime Minister." At last night's meeting, Mr Corbyn said the party will today table an amendment to a government motion seeking to impose Labour's blueprint for Brexit on ministers. The amendment attempts to enshrine Labour's plan, including permanent membership of the EU's customs union, in law. The Labour leader will also instruct his MPs to back an amendment tabled by the Labour backbencher Yvette Cooper seeking to pave the way for delaying Brexit and ruling out no deal. Mr Corbyn said, "The Prime Minister is recklessly running down the clock in an attempt to force MPs to choose between her botched deal and a disastrous no deal. We cannot and will not accept," he added. "One way or another, we will do everything in our power to prevent no deal and oppose a damaging Tory Brexit based on Theresa May's overwhelmingly rejected deal."